Hey, faithful creators. This is Messy Middle Moments Monday, where we get real about the faith, obedience, and identity shifts it takes to walk out what God called you to be, do, and have, even when it's messy. I know what it feels like when you're a dreamer of faith. You know God gave you something. You know you're supposed to build something, maybe even a digital product. But you keep thinking, I don't even know where to start. And if that's you, I need you to hear this. You're not behind, and you're definitely not alone. My experience was I've already created digital products before. I've had wins. I've seen things work. And yet, here I was again, stuck. Overthinking, questioning everything. Not because I didn't have ideas, but because everything started to feel unclear again. And the real issue is not what you think. It's not that you don't know enough. It's not that you need another course. It's not the fact that you're missing some secret strategy. The real issue is you haven't fully said yes. Not just yes to the idea, but yes to who God is calling you to become through the process of building and launching that thing. And this is where I had to come back to my mom approach. Move, obey, magnify. Because I realized something. I was waiting to feel clear before I moved, instead of moving in obedience and letting clarity meet me in the messy middle. But everything changed when I realized clarity doesn't come before the decision. Clarity comes after obedience. So I had to ask myself a real question. Am I going to keep sitting on what God gave me, or am I going to build it messy, unsure, but obedient? You don't need a perfect plan. You need a simple yes. You don't need to figure everything out, your entire digital product, your funnel, or even your content strategy. You need to decide. I'm building what God told me to build. And I know some of you've been sitting on this idea for months, maybe even years. Ask me how I know. You've written notes. You have journaled stuff with ideas. You've even started before. But every time it's time to actually move, you freeze. And I need you to understand that's not confusion. That's hesitation at the edge of obedience. When you don't say yes, what happens is, 1, you keep researching instead of building. 2, you keep watching instead of executing. 3, you keep doubting instead of deciding. And it keeps you stuck in this vicious cycle. So for me this week, I made a decision again. I'm saying yes. Yes to building, yes to showing up, yes to creating and launching, even if it's messy. That's why I created the Messy Playbook 7-Day Launch Kit to help dreamers of faith like you go from stuck to started to actually launching your first or next digital product in just 7 days without all the fuss, tech, and overwhelm. If this is where you are right now, I want you to comment yes below this video in the description box. And if you're ready to stop sitting on what God gave you and actually build it, come join us inside the Faithful Creator community. We're not just talking about it anymore. We're building it. Remember, God never said be ready and steady, just willing and obedient. Let's move together, going from stuck to started to launched. In just 7 days is easier than you think. Links are in the description. See you on Friday.